Yollanda, where are you? Goodbye. I'm here today to say goodbye to our dearest friend and the greatest co-worker, Yollanda. You were here from 37 years. We have a lot of memories in KI. You used to help all the employees who attend our department in our center. By a lovely smile, you used to be humble and kind, a marvelous woman. You have inspired each and every one of us in the leadership. But we know that you will be fine wherever you are. We wish you a lifetime of gratitude, abundance, and victory. And may all your days be filled with happiness always. Thank you very much.
Very much.
Really, I appreciate it.
Very much.
I think now Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Bar, the head of the sector of the operation, he is the one who helped everybody to have this party, to see all of the people and the members of the idea.
Thank you. First of all, I would like just to thank you all for coming today to celebrate the achievement of Yollanda working for KIA, more than 37 years of commitment, hard work that we wanted to do a small party, and the number was very limited. So when we announced that she is leaving, unfortunately, it's a good sign to have that large, number of people coming to say goodbye. And yeah, we couldn't have it there, and this offer, this place to get together and use it for the first employee to be hosted in this event. So congratulations for this. You were the first, I would say, non-Kuwaiti maybe to start within KIA or Indian to be in, I think when Dr. Fahad Rashid joined and became a managing director, she was the first to be hired. And during that long service, she achieved a lot. And she survived with many bosses before. All of them, they are happy, so they came today. So they are, we have Mr. Badr Sbey, Mr. Athman Al-Isa, and the rest of the team. Definitely, you did a marvelous job for everybody, in this organization. So thank you very much for that help. Today is a special day as well. You chose this event on a special day. It is the 2nd of August, which is the invasion of Kuwait by Iraq. That special, the special part of it is the KIA role in this event. During the invasion, KIA became the support for all Kuwait. All Kuwaiti abroad did not survive without the funding and the Kuwait contribution on that day. So thank you for all of you as a KIA, يعني regardless of when the time. Without you, that liberation of Kuwait could not be done. يعني this is a credit for a long time. We also appreciate Managing Director for his contribution and willing to host also this event and sharing this event with us. So thank you very much. On behalf of all of you, just to say it's good to unite, it's good to work together. This agreement we have all over. You have a disagreement with your wife, with your children, with everybody. But coming together, working together to achieve the ultimate goal is the ultimate target that we are on. Yollanda did that during all these years serving KIA, and wish you all the best. I just realized that you have a good business in India that Ahmed just throw it away. So well, I didn't know about it. It's just I also appreciate a lot of the hassle that is prevented from me receiving, because she is the first line of receiving all the complaints or whatever and trying to manage it and handle it, especially from our favorite friend, which is everything is urgent. I want it now, Mr. Ahmed Bastaki. So please, Mr. Urgent, everything even small, very urgent. So thank you all for coming today again, and congratulations Yollanda for wonderful service for KIA. All appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you. Before I forget, I thank you also for the team who organized this. To be honest with you, Madam Nahid, Amal, all, Munashi, everybody. There is a lot of names, and thank you all for organizing such event. Thank you. Hasna, Pamela, everybody. Thank you.
I think now we have Mr. Osman Elaisi.
Oh.
Okay. The man which no one of us can forget.
Yeah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, thank you for inviting me to attend this farewell party of the wonderful Yollanda. I know it is very difficult and sad moment when you are asked to address such good audience in the farewell party of Mrs. Yollanda, who has been working for almost 40 years. They said 37, serving Kuwait. I knew Yollanda for almost 30 years now. We worked together for 20 years, and of which 10 years I'm a direct supervisor for her. And I really appreciate all the work she has done. She is hardworking, committed, and disciplined, and above all, she is a human. Yollanda, everything has an end, and nobody will stay forever. So this is life. We have to say goodbye for our colleague. I know probably it is very difficult to leave country like Kuwait, where you spend probably half of your life now in Kuwait, knowing so many people here. Just before I conclude my speech, allow me to give you one advice and one question, and I need a frank answer to that. When you go back home, try to occupy yourself and explore the world, and never stay home. This is you stay young and younger. My question, and this is my advice to you, my question now, and I need a frank answer. You worked with so many bosses. 3 of them are here now. Everyone has pros and cons. So my question to you, which one you feel more comfortable to work with. And I need a frank answer. If your answer is not me, don't answer. Never mind. Thank you very much, Yollanda. God bless you. All the best.
I think now we have you. لا راح وين راح؟ The previous bosses.
يلا ها.
Okay. Mr. Ganiman. This isn't. Michael. Oh, okay.
Live
Oh, okay.
audience outside.
Mr. Ganiman, respected MD of KIA, members of the executive management, and my ex-bosses, ex-colleagues, the team at KIA, friends. Thank you for inviting me to this. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rao. I worked in KIA from 1992 to 2008. And it's a great thing, like Abu Saud said, that we still maintain this camaraderie and friendship. Thank you, Abu Saud and the organizing committee for inviting me. And before I start, I should say, from the Ministries Complex to this office, for the first time I'm coming here. It's a day and night difference, and I wish the KIA team all the success in this new office, in these challenging and volatile times. I hope this new office brings you all the luck and divine that you really need. Yeah, it was actually summer of 1992, exactly 30 years ago, that Uthman brought me to KIA to meet Najib Al-Hamdan, God bless his soul, at that time. And the first person I met was Yollanda. She was the secretary for Najib, and little did I imagine at that time, Yollanda, 30 years later, I'll be standing here and speaking at your farewell. You know, thank you very much for these 30 years of enduring friendship, undiluted support, and your sincere prayers when I went through difficult times. Thank you very much, Yollanda. I recall, sir, 30 years ago, Badar was there, my boss at that time, and Yollanda we didn't have computer or any of the systems. This immediately after invasion, so there wasn't anything. So Yollanda used to sit and do the cash flows along with us. On one side, supportive and watchful eyes of Badr on one side, on the other side, demanding, sometimes intimidating, but sometimes friendly, Ahmad Bastaki, and Yollanda used to be caught in between the two, doing all the reports. And you've been a great multitasker in organization skills, getting the bankers, auditors, building the whole team, the camaraderie of the team that was achieved both by Badr and with Uthman. And we built that great team, and you have played a very important role in this. You can take heart that your work is recognized. The fact that all of them are here is recognized, applauded, and appreciated. You know, all of us age, all of us have to make way for the younger generation, next generation, with new ideas and new resources. And as Tennyson says, old order changeth, yielding place to new. And God fulfills himself in many ways, lest one good custom corrupt. So we take heart in that, and take these memories that we had the last 20, 30 years along with us. And I wish you the very best in your next phase, Yollanda. And all of us here will miss you. But some of us will be fortunate enough to meet you since we share the same hometown. I will certainly be meeting you. And I wish you a great time with your family, grandchildren, and your work in KIA and building the whole team will always be remembered. And thank you very much for everyone. Thanks.
I'm not in need to introduce you.
Yeah, of course. I want to just say, just repeat and build on what Busaud mentioned, Mr. Rao mentioned, and Uthman and Lisa mentioned. The common factor, we always look at common factor. The common factor has been Yollanda. Yollanda has built the investment accounts department around which everyone has rotated. So she's like the sun, and all the different managers and colleagues like us rotate around the sun and get the warmth and energy and the brains and the wisdom from somebody like Yollanda. Thank you very much, Yollanda. Really. You are the source of wisdom. You are the source of energy. You are the sunlight. You are the brains. You're the glue that holds us together. You will be sorely missed by all of us. And I really, from my sincerest, deepest appreciation for your patience. When Busaud mentioned urgent, he forgot to mention very, very urgent. So there are always grades of urgency. Your patience and understanding was vital in your humanity. You've been able to get along well with everyone. You've never had any problems with any person. This is a trait of a pure diplomat. Actually, Yollanda, everyone doesn't know, but Yollanda is a billionaire. She owns 2 big towers and a huge business employing more than 5,000 people. So when she's leaving KIA, she's going to be busier. So Yollanda, don't forget your friends if you need somebody to work for you. So we're ready. Good luck, Yollanda. It's been an honor and a pleasure knowing you. Thank you.
Now we have Mr. Badr Siberi. Oh, no. Badr Siberi.
هذا حقي انا شو اسوي؟ وراك انا لازم تسمعني. بسم الله الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Well, after the speeches I heard from Abdulaziz, Uthman, Rao, and Ahmed, I don't have anything to say. They say all what I want to say. The problem that last night 10 o'clock, Priya, my secretary, told me. She told me that she have to give a speech. So I said, I didn't have a time. It's 10 o'clock night time. Don't have a time to write a speech for it. So I said, I try to say whatever comes from my heart. Suleiman, Khawat, everybody here. There's no word to describe you really, Yollanda. We try to find the words to say, I worked with you for full 8 years. I know you for the 30 years. We kept in touch all these years. Business, whatever it is, relationship, friends, you name it. I always say that a good director, a good leader can choose a good assistant. That's not enough. You could have 2, 3, 4 assistants to help him in his job. But he has one pivot or shaft or pillar or fulcrum, whatever you name it. It was you. You were really a person that's Najib, Allah yarhamah, those I know, Uthman, Abdulaziz, myself, a person who can lean on. I will never fall down. I always say that everyone you worked with got a prosperous future. نجيب الله يرحمه gone.
Best promotion.
Work, everybody you name it got really prosperous future. So you really were inspiration to all of us. I brought some gifts for you. I don't want to. I want to speak more and more and more. I love speaking, but Ahmed gave me. He knows that, and he said, "Mr. Abu Sulaiman, you have a meeting 11:30." And I was in the middle, so I know that's mean it's you better. Don't speak too much. So I'm going to make it short. I have some gifts for you. One of the gifts, where it's gone? Yeah, it's here. I'm sure you have a lot of, not a lot, a little negatives and sad times in Kuwait for the last 40 years you've been here. So this gift, try to erase it. Try to erase all these bad memories and bad times with us, especially me or Uthman or this guy. So try to, don't lose it, huh? And he's thanks God he's not your boss, otherwise you'll be having a heart attack at that time. And my second gift, to remember the sweet times you have. I'm sure you have a lot of sweet times with your colleagues, with your friends. And the third gift, open it at your home, not here. Thank you very much, Yollanda. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me. مشكور بسليمان، مشكور إن شاء الله سعد عبدوش.
I thank God Almighty for bringing me to Kuwait. And I didn't know that I would stay here all this long, because when I got married, I came here. I thought we'll stay for a few years and we'll go back. But that was not God's plan. So I continued to be here, and I joined the KIA in 1984. So that's 37 and a half years. I was the first, as Mr. Abdulaziz said, as an Indian to join here. And later on, as life moved on, I started in the investment accounts with Ahmed Hamza. I don't know if you know him. He used to be the first director. And then came Mr. Najib Hamdan, the late Mr. Najib Hamdan, and then Mr. Othman Alisa. So I actually worked with 5 bosses. Yes, no, I'm just saying, actually, yeah. Yes. So then came Mr. Subay and then Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Badr. So I had the opportunity to meet the MD. He gave me his precious 20 minutes of his time, and we really spoke. I spoke my heart out that day, sir, really. When I told you I had worked with 5 bosses, you asked me the question which Mr. Othman asked me, who was the best that you worked with, you know? Actually, I can't say who's the best and who is the worst, because each one had their own way of dealing. So I had to adjust with each one of them according to what they are, you know. So actually, I cannot change anybody, as God also says, we can't change anyone. So I prayed that God will change their hearts, you know. And yeah. You said it. You said it, sir. So Mr. Othman Alisa was, I worked with him. He's such a gentle, kind, loving person. I don't think he has ever raised his voice, you know, to me. Mr. Othman, really, I always appreciate that freedom that you gave us, you know, to work peacefully. Mr. Rao also knows that he always says that our bosses gave us freedom to work in this place without any restriction. And Mr. Othman, thank you so much for being there for me in all my times. Even when I was not doing my work properly, you kept quiet. You never shouted at me, you know, in so many cases. And I don't want to go too long. Thank you, Mr. Othman. Thank you so much. And then Mr. Bel Subay came. I didn't know he would be my boss because he came from the KIC, right? He came just visiting, and I told him, Bedar, who do you want? I didn't know he's going to be my boss. And then after a month, they said he's going to be the director of accounts department. Oh my God, I had to change it, and he said, Mr. Bedar. Yes. So Mr. Bedar came, and I can tell you that he was a game changer for the KIA. I have to admit this, and if I don't say all this now, I never get a chance to say it. Because he came and changed the system of the KIA. We didn't have anything, we didn't have SWIFT, and many of you know, Mr. Rao knows that how we used to do the transfers of the funds with test key, and you know, it was horrible times. That Mr. Bedar came and he gave us the SWIFT, gave us global custody. Yes, the MI system, and also the auditing. We never had any auditing that time. Mr. Bedar came and started the audit, the external auditors. So yes, we appreciate all that, Mr. Bedar, and you were a very, very determined boss, I could say, because you wanted everything the way you wanted it to be. Even although we tried to adjust, you used to keep quiet, but eventually you got your way. No, Mr. Rao?
That's my wife.
So, yes, thank you, Mr. Bedar, for being there for me. Even I know so many times I messed up, but then I think a couple of times you shouted and I cried a bit once. I have to say. No, those days I was not so strong, but Mr. Bedar kept me strong to stay there, you know. Thank you so much, Bedar, for being there for me, even not to you during the working time, otherwise also as a friend. You've been always there for me. Thank you. And then we have Mr. Abdulaziz El Bedar. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I have to be honest. Because when we knew that Mr. Abdulaziz was here in the KIA from a long time, and then he was sent to London office, he came back as a HR person here. And many of them told me, you're going to work with Abdulaziz Bedar? I said, yes, what's the problem? One of the directors, I can't mention his name, he said, if you die, you'll go to heaven. If you work with him. So, the beginning years were a little tough. Of course, we got to know each other. It took us some time, and everyone comes saying, "Oh, Abdulaziz is a tough boss. How you'll work with him and all." But it never this thing to me. You know, it never came into me. But because I prayed every day, Mr. Abdulaziz, I prayed. My church friends are there; they are testimony for that. There in my cell, I prayed and I said, Lord, I cannot change anybody. You will change him for me. I prayed, you know, and after a few years, I can say he was like the best boss. But I should tell you that Mr. Abdulaziz came here as an HR person. You should understand that, because he never knew anything. What was global custody? Of course, he must have had the background of everything. What was even the auditing? How was it going? The accounts, or even the operations of the settlements and everything which Mr. Bedar had created. But Mr. Abdulaziz, I noticed, he sat even with the smallest employee. He sat with them every day. He learnt the work by himself. I don't think anyone had an orientation like what he did. He sat with everyone. He sat with Nahid for 2 years to learn the accounts. So he learnt everything. And of course, global custody is not an easy thing. He learned the transition and the settlement, securities lending, I don't know what not. He learnt everything in a short period of time. You are a genius, Mr. Abdulaziz Bedar, to learn all this, because nobody at your age nobody at your age will go through all this to start from this thing, you know. So really appreciate and thank you, Mr. Basis, for all that you've done for me. You've been silent in many times when I was wrong and doing things, but you were there for me, supported me. And thank you for that love and appreciation, and thank you for the generosity. It's Mr. Abdulaziz who's arranged all this. I should acknowledge that. Thank you so much. And before I go down to the accounts department, I want to speak about Mr. Bastaki. Mr. Bastaki we knew from 92 when he came from, when he started the 91, from 91. And as he always says, I made the first cash flow, but I can't even imagine that I did the first cash flow for KIA. Mr. Bastaki is the benchmark, I should tell you, for all who are in the KIA, hardworking. He works from dawn to dusk. I should tell you that. A person I've never seen in Kuwait. Mr. MD, I have to tell you this. I've never seen anyone so hardworking like Mr. Bastaki, so committed. Even at home he works and sends message, did the report ready, that is ready. You know, I think all the young Kuwaiti generation should learn from Mr. Bastaki to be so dedicated in the work that you don't take life easy. We'll all be gone soon. You have to take over and run this country because Kuwait is for the Kuwaitis, as you always say. So I just want to say thank you, Mr. Bastaki. I know you shouted at me many times, and I've even, I have fought with you some of the occasions, but then I think that was all for my good and learning. You also taught me so many things. I appreciate that. Thank you for that support. Thank you for the kindness, Mr. Bastaki. And I have to speak about Mr. Rao, my guru. His name is Guru Raj because in guru means a teacher. So he teaches anyone who comes his way, whether it is a new employee or the old employee. So Mr. Rao was a guru for us in the accounts department. And before he gave me any work, one thing I noticed in him, he'll tell me about it. Why are you doing this report? This is the reason I'm doing this report. He teaches us why we do the report, not just as a secretary, just to sit and type that report. He used to tell me why I'm doing that report. So Mr. Rao, really, thank you for all that you have taught us. Thank you for being with us at the KIA for so many, 13 years? 13 years you were there for us. And I think many of the older people who are here benefited from Mr. Rao. Thank you so much, Mr. Rao, for the, thank you for that support. Thank you for that continued support that you give us. No, what I said is, see, I also like to thank all the executive directors, Tahuz, Aliyah, Dr. Mahmood Kanjari, okay, but Rajil is not here, and the other seniors, everyone. I would like to thank you all for being a support for me during this time. In 34 years is not easy. It took a long time for us, and I'm so happy that I came to this building. The MD has been so kind to extend for me 6 months more so I could stay in this building. I could see the new KIA at least. Then goes without saying, for the accounts department, I should thank Mr. Adil. I think he is not here today, but I would like to thank him for all his support he has given. And then comes Nahid. She's the pivot of the KIA. I said everything revolves around her, whether it's not only the accounts, the entire KIA. She has been such a backbone, and I think that she has put more hours than the normal hours of the KIA working here, because Nahid has been a person who is very, very dedicated to her work, and even if the staff is not available, she may make sure that the reports are delivered on time. That is what Nahid is, and taking everything, even the accounts, auditing of the accounts, she stands there, you know, to see that everything is completed. Even without the necessary staff available, she used to make sure everything is done on time. Thank you, Nahid. She's been like a sister to me all these years and been there for me as a great support. Thank you. I would like to also thank the unknown soldiers of the KIA. They are not known so much. Revi has been there looking after the future generations of the fund of the KIA. So where's Ravi? I can't see anybody. Yes, yeah, he's so silent. He sits and does his work. Only when Mr. Bastiki asks, where is the mass report, then he jumps up from his seat to deliver the report. Ravi, thank you for all your support, and all the others who work with Reena and Anjana and Pamela and what's her name, Hasna and Jessica. Jessica will be replacing me, so you have to give her all her support, and because she's new in this position. And also I would like to thank the IT staff. Saad Hunedi is here, Saad? No. Yes, sorry, I didn't see you. Mr. Saad, thank you so much for all the support, and your entire team. Whenever we required, you were always there. Esmet and Adnan and Mary. Mary, a big support for us. Thank you for teaching us so much, Mary. Thank you very much. And all the others, Jyoti and all the help desk staff. I'd like to thank everyone. Am I going too long? Are you all hungry? So I would like to, if I haven't forgotten anyone, Hamid Abdul Karim has been like a brother, young brother to me. Yes, and every time he was there for me, even in my difficult times, he used to be there. And I also like to thank Ahmed Munawar, who joined us. He's new. I don't think most of you know him. He's with Mr. Abdulaziz Al Badr. So Ahmed, we'll really miss you in my office there, because he used to come and said, teach me, what is this, what is that, what is this? And when I told him I'm retiring, he said, you're going so fast, so soon that I can't learn anything now. I said, you will learn, stay there and build up this. Thank you, Mr. MD. Thank you for this time that you have come. You set apart this time for coming to this occasion. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And I pray that the KIA will grow, as I said, to the biggest sovereign wealth fund in the world. I pray that God will bring this country up. And thank you all once again for coming. Thank you, my friends, Lucille, Sophia, Shine, Shubin, Santosh, my daughter's mother-in-law is also there. Yeah, and I'm not going fully. My sister is here working for Bastiki. Mr. Bastiki, take care of her. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless Kuwait.
What about the value of this?
They're not gold.
Thank you.